Get ready for an unforgettable performance that will have your heart soaring. Murmuration, brought to us by the groundbreaking Les Patins Libres. Is that right?
Well done.
Saying it right.
Wow, look at you.
All the way from Montreal, combining ice skating, dance, and theater in a mesmerizing show inspired by the beauty of migratory birds. Joining us now, we got Alex to share more. Thanks for being here.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So first of all, I know I kind of gave a little bit of a description, but in your words, tell us about the show.
Well, we are a bunch of very high-level figure skaters, and we wanted to try something different with our talent. So instead of going the usual route, we chose something that is more expressive, that allows us to tell stories, to blow people's minds.
Yeah.
And but we still have the acrobatics and the high-flying virtuosity of figure skating, but
Sure.
in a format that brings us closer, to dance and theater and art.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Speaking of performance, I'm sure you all kind of have individual performance paths, but how long has this group, the nucleus of this group, been together and performing?
We exist since 2005.
Okay.
The beginning was very modest. We were doing a rock and roll acrobatics performance in the winter carnivals of Quebec. It's a tradition at home.
Cool.
And then at some point we started to sell shows in Europe and to develop our style. And big famous theaters in Europe kind of took us under their wings and helped us grew into a real performance art company. And so since I would say 2014, we're touring 6 to 8 months a year,
Wow.
being able to develop shows that are more complex, that
Sure.
have that turn ice rinks into a theater, but a huge theater.
Huge one, yeah, for sure.
Because we need all that space for the speed and the space that ice skating takes.
Sure. What have you heard from audiences who have come to check out your shows in the past?
Well, so many different audiences come. The audiences that love ballet and that love neoclassical dance and contemporary dance, they find what they love in what we do. But we all often have the hockey teams that normally use the ice rink.
Sure.
And they're like, yeah, you guys skate fast. But I was touched.
Yeah.
And this is very rewarding for us.
Yeah, that's awesome because
Yeah.
it's kind of like spanning all kinds of different spectators that might love to see things on the ice. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Is there a moment during the show, whether it's something that you specifically perform or another kind of piece of it that you cannot wait for?
I played a bad guy at some point.
What? You?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the show is inspired by the murmurations of birds. You know, the crazy shape they do together.
Yeah.
And if you look at animal documentaries, sometimes there's a falcon diving through, trying
Yeah.
to catch a bird, and then all the birds go away and reform.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
And I play that falcon.
Oh, nice.
And so playing that role, I thought I would feel bad and powerful, but in fact I feel vulnerable. I feel hungry. I'm afraid I won't be able to get one of those birds.
Yeah.
And I see the fear also in my partners who skate away like the birds that are afraid. And there is an intensity to it. It's very, very, very intense. And I like that from Le Patin Libre is that we can go in those emotions that normally in figure skating we didn't play with.
Yeah.
There are other bits of the show that are very balletic and very oriented on the classical body lines that we were taught, and I still love them.
Yeah, sure.
But I like the contrast of both, and
Yeah.
kids especially, it's good because if they would have a whole show of pure beauty, at some point they get bored. So when there's the battle and the
Yeah.
falcon,
Oh, yeah,
and
it's exciting.
it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, in your words, why do you think we should get tickets to see this?
Because it's happening now and only now, after we're going on tour elsewhere. And it's very special that a place like this has this
Yes.
show. Normally we play in big fancy metropolitan arts festival,
Yeah.
and I find it very cool to play here specifically in that ice rink in the Jones Center. The team made it happen, and it's quite a feat. The whole
Yeah.
team of skaters from 8 countries are gathering
Wow.
here.
That's amazing.
So it's something quite special happening.
It is.
Yeah,
Well,
for
we're
sure.
glad you're
Alex,
here
thanks
too.
for joining
Yes,
us.
Thank
yeah,
you so
thanks
much.
for, like I said, great performance.
Thank
Yeah.
you, and maybe see you tonight and
Yeah,
tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah,
4
absolutely.
performances only, and you saw some details there on your screen.
Yes.